Hey guys, welcome back. It is time to talk about some products again. These are just products that I've been playing around with over the last week or so that I wanted to mention to you guys. And I'm thinking about doing a couple other types of videos. I've been debating, and I kind of want to do some, not really tutorial, I don't want to call them tutorial because it's not me teaching you, but just some videos of, getting ready and putting products on. So I've been debating back and forth whether I wanted to do a get ready with me video where I do just a whole look with products, or whether I wanted to, I'm thinking of doing like a montage, because every day I experiment with something new or different. And so I kind of thought, well, maybe I could do a little montage kind of showing you every day the whatever products I'm messing around with, and then put them all together into like a montage that you could watch sort of at the end of the week type of thing. Kind of my week in a nutshell. And I want to do both, but I really can't do both because I have to schedule my week around it, planning for it, and so the two kind of just don't go together. So let me know if you have a preference on either of those. If there's, everybody does get ready with me videos, so you might be over those, I don't know. Or you might think those are fun. But I think the montage would be something just a little bit different, and that way you can kind of see kind of what I'm playing around with, and then it will all make a little more sense when I do these videos where I'm kind of showing you the products and really talking about them and talking about what my thoughts are about them. So let me know what you think, if you have a preference, down in the comment section, or what you would like to see, if there's something else you would like to see. If you're voting for a Get Ready With Me video, do you like the ones where you just watch the person kind of in fast forward with music playing, or do you like the ones where I just kind of talk to you while I put my makeup on and we just have like a little jibber jabber session while I'm getting ready? So let me know what you prefer, because I really don't care. Either way, I can do any of those. I just can't do them all together because there's only 7 days in a week. Okay, so let's talk about products. The first one that is standing up looking at me, so I'll grab it first. I've been using the Playboy Play It Spicy Body Mist this week. I really like this. I feel like these are, not any different than like Bath and Body Works body sprays. They're a lot cheaper than them. This one is very similar actually to Viva La Juicy, if you like Viva La Juicy from Juicy Couture, except for it has a little bit of a spiciness to it. When you first spray it on, you'll smell it and you'll be like, yeah, that is a lot like Viva La Juicy. Then there's a little kind of an oriental spice that kind of hits you at the last second, but that spice immediately goes away and it ends up smelling just like Viva La Juicy, or pretty darn close to it. And you know how expensive Viva La Juicy is, and it is one of my favorites. I really do like it, but that stuff doesn't last. Well, this doesn't really last either. This is not a super, powerful fragrance, but it's a body mist, and it's one that you can really, all over and go. And it's affordable, so you don't have to feel like you're being wasteful doing that. Sometimes when I see people with a perfume doing that, I'm like, oh my gosh, don't you just feel sorry for the people that are around them, because they're a giant walking cloud, like Pigpen, of stink. It's just way too much fragrance. But this you can do that with, and you don't have to worry about it. So I've really been enjoying these. I think they're like $7 or $8 a bottle at Walmart, and I've seen them at Kmart too. So they're pretty readily available these days. Okay, this product is not new, and it's actually not new for me, but I just never got around to using them, so I finally have. And it's these Maybelline Superstay 14-Hour Lipsticks. I have 2 of them. I have number 5, which is Perpetual Peony, and number 10, which is Ultimate Blush. So, this one is a little more pink, and this one is a little more peachy. They're both at the lighter end of the spectrum, which you guys know that I tend to do that when I'm trying something new, because if it's pigmented at the lighter end of the spectrum, then the darker end of the spectrum is probably going to be a really safe bet. So I tend to try the lightest shades a lot of times because that really tells me a lot more than to pick the vivid red, and just because it's a vivid red it shows up, but maybe that might be the only one that does. So I don't know if these last 14 hours. They last for a pretty long time. I have very darkly pigmented lips. I've told you guys that a million times. So these are not super impactful on me, but I do still like them. I enjoyed wearing them. They were comfortable. They smell good. They smell like I don't know, some kind of a fruity candy. So this is the peony. Just a pretty blue-based pink. And that's the blush shade. So just a nice coral, peachy color. And so I really enjoyed those. So if you haven't tried those yet, you know, especially if you can get like a buy one get one deal, which a lot of those are going on right now, then they're a decent one to try. A lip product that I did not like is one of these new, and I meant to talk about this last week, and it hid in the bag, so I didn't see it to get it out. This is one of the new Maybelline The Elixir Color Sensational. The one that I have is number 5, which is Breathtaking Apricot, and they have a ton of colors to choose from, and I just really thought this color was really pretty. So it just attracted me. This was not a case where I went for one of the lighter shades. They actually have lighter shades than this. This color just really stood out to me for whatever reason. So I don't like these. And first of all, the what do you call this? The applicator. First of all, the applicator was completely bent upwards. Like, it totally got jammed down in there and was bent the wrong way. So I did unbend it kind of as best as I could, but it is still angled. Now, I don't know if they're all angled, if they're supposed to be angled, or if mine just is irreparable because it got crushed in there too hard. But anyway, I wasn't happy about that. It does have this kind of wide, you know, applicator, though. The applicator is like kind of like a triangle. So it does cover kind of a lot of area at one time, which is good if you have larger lips. If you have smaller lips, that could be difficult to deal with. I have seen this is the only one I have. I've seen other people wear the other colors. The other colors did seem to have really good color payoff. This one didn't really so much. Again, darkly pigmented lips, so keep that in mind. It looks pretty in the swatch, but you just kind of lose the color on the lips for me. So it's that top one there. A lot of you who have lighter skin tones on the lips, that probably will show up nicely. But the thing that I really did not like about it is, just like the Stila lip glazes, which I talked about last week, this has that liquid plastic feeling to it. And it's not nearly as bad as the Stila lip glaze, but it still kind of smothers your lips, and it just feels very weird and kind of uncomfortable on the lips, and I don't like that. It's slippery and slick. You can, you know, rub your lips together fine, and it's comfortable in that sense. It's not gloppy or sticky or anything like that, but I just feel like my skin can't breathe through it. It just feels like somebody melted plastic, added some color to it, and you are slathering it on, and that, you know, air cannot get through the product to get to your skin, and I don't like that. I like my skin to feel like it can breathe. So I just really wasn't that impressed with these, with this one anyway. Like I said, the other colors, I think a lot of the darker colors probably would show up a little better. I have seen people with them on, and it gives a lot of color. Of course, they don't say whether maybe they're wearing a lip liner underneath it that is showing through or any of those things, but people seem to really like these. I'm not impressed, so there's that. Next is a product that I've had for quite a while and just haven't really used. This is by Avon. This is the Eye Cream Swirls, and this one is Swirled Violet. And it's just a little cream eyeshadow pot, and it's got a couple different colors swirled together. It's kind of like a pink and like a royal purple and then like a deep sort of plum color. And you just, you know, you could put these on with your fingers if you wanted to. I used an eyeshadow brush. And some people gave these not great reviews. I didn't hate it. I liked it okay. But it did, you know, wear off kind of later in the day. It had kind of worn off a little bit. And it did crease a little bit. Nothing bad, but just a little bit. And this one is very light. It ends up being a very kind of light sort of lilac color. Let me see if I can kind of get it to swirl together a little bit for you. It's a very pale sort of lilac color. Can you see it right there? So it's just a really pretty kind of base. I used it all over the lid, and you know, you could put another eyeshadow over top of it. You can use it as a base for another color. You know, you could put this on the lid and use something else in the crease. So it was an affordable product, and it did kind of what I expected it to. But then again, I didn't expect a whole lot from it either, so I wasn't really disappointed with it. There is a link to my website down below. You know, I sell Avon, so you're welcome to use my link. If you don't already have a representative, you can order directly from my website. I am further ahead than all the other reps. I'm a trendsetter, and so these haven't been on my website for a little while, but if you watch for them, they could pop up like in the outlet catalog or in some of the sales sections. So if you're interested in it, keep your eye open for it. Okay. The last product, I think I've shown you guys this before. I've either shown it to you myself, but I definitely have done a collaboration with the other 3 regional makeup mavens. And it's the Mega Effects Mascara, and of course I have it in black. If you haven't seen these yet, here's the deal. It looks like this, which is actually very good for travel, but this is a full-size mascara. You get as much mascara in here as you get in any other, you know, type of mascara. You crack the top off like an egg, and then you kind of wiggle this. You want to hold this on the side. If you hold it this way, this is how you get product on the brush. So if you're holding it this way and squeezing it, you're squeezing all the product up to the brush. So there's little spots on the side, there's little grippers, so it's pretty obvious. And you just kind of rock it back and forth just to release the kind of seal that holds it in there. And here's the brush. It's almost kind of like a paintbrush in a way. But the thing about it is this bends. So you have 12 different settings that you can use to apply it however is comfortable. So this makes it very ergonomically correct. There's no more of this. There's no twisting of the wrist. You know, you bend this however is comfortable. If you want to do it coming from above, I've seen some people that do it this way and that's comfortable for them, then by all means have at it. I do it this way and just go straight on. And you can turn the brush this way if you want to, you know, to kind of get in little corners if for some reason you need to. But this brush applies 40% more product with one swipe than traditional mascara brushes. So anyway, that's how that works. And then if you start to feel like your brush is not coming out with as much product, then like I said, you give this a little squeeze and it squeezes more product up to the brush. So there is that. Also, just a bit of business I want to tell you. I went through all of my videos and I took off the like-dislike thing. I just took it off altogether. I'm not having any issues with it or anything, but I feel like if all of the bloggers and vloggers and everybody disabled that, we could force Google to come up with a better, more positive way for people to give us feedback. I mean, it's all well and good when people click the thumbs up just to say that they like something. But if they don't like something, I think that the dislike button allows people to be anonymously mean. I mean, we know that there are people that go through like the beauty channels and just thumbs down everything because they're mad because the beauty channels are partners and, you know, they're breaking the rules so they can't be a partner. And, So they just go through people's accounts and thumbs down like 30 videos in a row for no reason and things like that, and it's anonymous. And I just don't think that's a good way to give feedback. I think all of us are open to constructive criticism, and we all want to know if somebody doesn't like something. And like I said, I haven't been having a problem like with people disliking things. So that's not the issue, but I've really thought about this for like 2 years. And I kind of did it before, and then I sort of undid it, because I know that a lot of people like to give the thumbs up, and that's a quick, easy way to kind of show your support and show that you enjoyed a video. But really, I would rather people interact with me through comments, and so that I can get to know them, and so that they can tell me what they really liked specifically, so that I can continue to do that for them. Or if there was something that they didn't like, or that they would wish I would do in the future or something, they could say, hey, I'd really like to see you do this. And it can be in a positive way. And I think that the internet has just become really negative, and people in general are becoming negative. And I feel like the internet is really driving that, and is almost making it acceptable. I don't think people really feel like it's acceptable, but unless you take action to change it, you're basically saying, well, it's okay. Well, to me, it's not okay. So this is one little thing that I feel like I can do to try to improve things. And I feel like if enough people turned that option off of their videos, that it would force Google to reevaluate it and come up with a more positive way, even if they got rid of the dislike part, so that if people don't like videos, they have to actually put their face to why they don't like something and say it. I think people would get a grip on themselves a lot quicker. I mean, people still say nasty things, but I don't know. I think it's just an easy thing that we could all do to make it and everything else, the world, a more positive place. So I just want to tell you guys that I have done that, in case you've been like trying to click the thumbs up and it says disabled and you're like, what the heck? I went through all of the videos, and I did that for all of mine. So, because, I mean, for me, I don't have anything to prove by the number of likes. I mean, I get a lot of likes on my videos in proportion to the number of views. So that's great, but I don't need the pat on the back, and I also don't need that to like prove myself to a company or an agent or something like, see, I'm everybody loves me. That stuff is not important to me. So for me, I really just don't need that function. It just doesn't serve a purpose for me. So I have turned it off. If you would like to join me in that, maybe we could create a movement where we could all turn it off, and that way we could kind of push Google to come up with something better, because we know they like to change stuff, right? So why not give them something to change and improve? So if you'd like to join me in that, if you make videos, then I would encourage you to go through your videos, and you can do it a page at a time. So it really wasn't that hard, even though I have a gazillion videos up. It took me like 5 minutes. That you could do the same thing too, and maybe we could create a little movement that could ultimately make the world a little bit more positive in the long run. Alright, I think that's everything that I have for you this week. This was a pretty easy week. And so if you have any questions on any of those products, or any more details that you want about them, these you can get, and this you can get CVS, Walmart, pretty much any kind of drugstore. You can get them at the grocery store, in a lot of places. So those are readily available everywhere. These two products are both Avon products, and the body mist I already told you where you could get. So if you've got any other questions about any of those, or want to see something in particular, or I didn't do any filming of me putting those on or wearing those, so if after the fact you would like for me to do that, I could still do that. So any of those kind of requests, make sure you leave those down in the information bar. Alright, so that's it. That's really it this time. And I hope you guys had a great week, and you have an even better weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.